Hello, hi, and a very good evening to all my panels. My name is Syadatul Balkis binti Rasham, and today I will be your moderator for our discussion. Our discussion topic is how can deforestation cause flood? Okay, let me introduce you to our first panel, which is Muhammad Aiman Nabil bin Zulkifli. Say hi, Muhammad Aiman Nabil.
Hi.
Our second panel is Siti Nur Adila binti Ahmad. Say hi, Siti Nur Adila.
Hi everyone.
And our last panel is Nur Fatia binti Sheikh Kamaruzaman. Okay, let's begin our discussion with panel 1. You can continue your discussion.
Um, First of all, thank you for the moderator for giving me the opportunity to talk about our topic today, which is how can deforestation cause flash flood or flood. So, in my opinion, deforestation is the one of the main cause of flood or flash flood because forests play a role in absorbing water and the roots are also act as a soil grabber. The main problem here is if deforestation occurs, rainwater will drain the soil into the river and increase the river water level. So, shallow river cannot hold much water and this will cause river water to overflow into the road, houses and other areas. The situation will be worse when the water overflow to the point of drawing houses and also vehicles. This is also lead to the destruction of public property, and I think that's all for me. I hand it back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Aiman Nabil, for your discussion. Uh, Point is tree can absorb water, tree roots can grab soil water, and then it causes rainwater drain to the soil into the river. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue to our second panel, which is Nur Adila. You can continue.
Okay, thank you, Barkis. For me, what just Nabil say is true, but in my opinion, the flood can be because of a landslide. Because landslide are one of the causes that um this flood. Because cutting down trees can reduce the great land. Um, It is why because tree roots are very important, especially in a highly soil. Therefore, tree logging can cause landslide. This landslide incident result in clogged water drainage. When this water drainage is clogged, it causes water to stagnate. A long time, it will cause flooding, and it turns can cause damage to property like cars and even be the life threatening. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, for your opinion, which is deforestation or cutting down trees can cause landslide. This root is important because without root, landslide result clogged water drain. Is it true?
Yes.
Okay, now we can start to our third panel, which is Nur Fatia.
Okay, thank you to moderator. Balkis. Okay, I also agree with opinion that give by Aiman and Adila, but I have own opinion about how the deforestation cause of flooding. My opinion is flash flood and rainwater. Okay, why I can say like flash flood or rainwater? This is because we know that around house have a many forests that in the forest have a variety of a living thing like plants and animal. Okay, so we know that animals and plants have their own functional to the forest. Okay, the forest is used as a balancer to the ecosystem world by lowering a temperature. Okay, the forest absorb the rainwater that fall in a earth's surface at the rate of 20%. Okay, so we know that the plants is absorb the rainwater to because want to continue their living thing or their life. Okay, so um, the rainwater that absorbed by a plant is flow to seedlings and go to the roots. Okay, there is also know that the plants is release the water to the air. Okay, that is one of a process. Okay, so deforestation uh, can cause a flooding because when we to cut a tree or there is no tree in the forest, so there is no living thing that want to absorb the water. So because of that, the rainwater is a fall in the surface, cannot used by any living thing. Okay, so if the heavy water fall in the river, so the river is not accommodate in a large amount. So because of that, um, us will the earth or us through the flooding because there is no plants or other living thing that want to absorb the water.
Thank you, Nur Fatiha. And for your point, which is the forest is covered with flora or plants, deforestation can cause a current of flash flood. And now we continue to our uh, question. My first question is, what are the causes of flood other than deforestation? You can continue your discussion.
For the question, I would like to answer it. So that actually there are many things that can create like float or flash float. One for example, the I choose is climate because in November to March, Malaysia, especially the, the state of East Coast will experience the northeast monsoon season. This phenomenon will cause heavy rain for the long time and cause flood. This is all from me. Thank you.
Siti Nur Adila, do you agree with Aiman Nabil answer?
Yes, I agree because all the reasons are very true. Um, yeah.
Okay, we can continue to our second question, which is, what are the most effective way to prevent flood?
Okay, actually for me, in my opinion, the government needs to reduce the deforestation by confiscate illegal logging license. In addition, replanting trees that have been cut down is also one of the measures to control flood. Other than that, only cut down trees that are properly matured and replace them with the new one. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, do you agree, Muhammad Aiman Nabil, with Adilah answer?
Yes, I actually agree with her opinion about the second question. Okay.
Okay, now we can conclude our discussion for today, and I leave it to panel number 3.
Okay, so the conclusion of this topic, um, we can say that's all the points that give by my friends and I is have relationship with the how deforestation cause of flooding. Okay, we know all the points is occurrency with the flooding. Okay, so we know that um, flash floods, landfill, the soil cannot absorb the water is all have um, have a relationship with this topic is a deforestation cause a flood. Okay, so we know because if deforestation is continue, um, there is many problem that we must through, um, that can make us through a bad situation. Okay, so from this topic, uh, I think um, all of us must take care of our environmental, our forests, to avoid the uh, avoid the problem like deforestation like this, or cannot make us through the flooding. Okay, so uh, I think all of the points is true, and then that is the cause of um, how the deforestation cause a flooding.
Okay, that's all for our discussion today. Thank you so much, Muhammad Aman Abil, Nur Siti Nur Adila, and Nur Fatiha to contribute into our discussion for today. We can wrap up our discussion today and have a nice evening. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.